In the timesheet, there are a few different ways in which you can change how the information is displayed. This video will talk about a few of these different ways. The first option for changing how information is viewed on your timesheet is to use this entry view here. The entry view is a drop-down where you can select different options for viewing information. Show All includes all of the columns that you have the ability to enter data for your timesheet. If you have a very basic entry, for example, you're not entering any costing information, you can choose Basic, which will hide all of those columns on the left-hand side. The original one that we started off here was called Costing, and this one displays basically just the cost objects that you would have the ability to enter on a timesheet and your attendance and absence type. So that is the entry view. The next thing on the left-hand side that I want to point out that you can change is the ability to expand and collapse additional information about the time. In this particular case, I've entered some cost centers, orders, and WBS elements. And I want to be able to view more information because this just doesn't tell me enough about that. So if I select this drop-down and expand the node, it tells me a little bit more about what it is that I have selected. What WBS element this is, what order number this is, etc. So I can expand these and then enter in my time throughout the pay period all the way across. For now, I'm going to collapse these as we continue to talk about the other options available on the timesheet. On the right-hand side, you can change the display here by three different ways. The first thing that you can do is actually hide clock times. Hiding clock times actually takes away those start and end times, so that way I get a nice overview, a clean overview of the total number of hours I've submitted on my timesheet. To bring those back, I just uncheck the box and it brings those back. When I have clock times hidden, I am unable to add additional time to my timesheet, so just be aware of that. View unscheduled days is a way to turn on the hidden days from your work schedule. So in this particular example, the employee that we're looking at has Saturdays and Sundays off. They do not have planned hours those days, so the default on the timesheet was to automatically hide those days. By checking this box, View Unscheduled Days, I'm able to view the Saturday and the Sunday that the employee had hidden previously. Let me pull this back so we can see. Oh, it went all the way to the end of the pay period. Scroll back over. Here we go. Saturday and Sunday. So if I needed to enter time on a day that I wasn't planned to work, I can get those days back in just by clicking this box. The last thing that I want to point out is the number of days to display. So from here I can choose anywhere from 1 to 14 days of the pay period. So if you want to view 5 days at a time, you could select 5. Now note, every time that you change the number of days to display, especially if you're adding more, you're going to lose some of the real estate over here on the left-hand side of your timesheet. So you may want to consider keeping it to something simple like 2 or 3 days at a time so that you're able to see a lot of this information on the left-hand side, especially if you're doing a lot of data entry and time codes. Those are the basic ways that you can change the display information on your timesheet. I hope you found this information helpful.